coalition of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Interstate Battery's Southern Indiana high school football starts now. Presented by Jim Butner Auto Group.
Good evening and welcome to Providence High School, home of the Pioneers. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek with you tonight as we bring you week 3. Can you believe it, Kaz? Already 3 weeks into the football season.
It just goes so fast when you're actually down on the field coaching. It's just snap your fingers and the season's over.
Yeah, we're already a couple of games into the season. The Pioneers come in 1-1 on the year. They opened up a victory over Bethlehem, lost last week to a very good Floyd Central team. So we'll really, now the third game, you really start to know what you have as a coach, don't you?
Well, yeah. Remember I said last week the second week of practice after your first game is the most important week, and now you're tuning up what you've worked on that second week and in that second game. Yeah, so we're going to see what Providence is going to really do the rest of the season. Same thing with Silver Creek.
All right, speaking of Silver Creek, they come in maybe a little bit of a surprise at 2-0. They had a couple of tough games to start. Charlestown and Salem, both strong teams. They get 2 wins in a row.
Well, they defeated a very good Salem team. Obviously, their first game against Charlestown was a big win for them. That's a big rivalry game. Their second win of the season, they started out with 2 of the best teams in the conference on their schedule. So the win at Salem last week was really big. Especially coming off an emotional win. You'd think there might have been a little letdown. So that was great for them. They're getting a lot of offensive production from both Messer and their quarterback Dylan Myers. They're a very good sweep team, option team, a sprint-out passing team. They run some very effective play-action passes. Their defense, they play that 3-3 defense. They got 3 stout defensive linemen, and we'll mention their names during the game, I'm sure, and 3 good linebackers.
All right, well, let's kind of the overview of the game tonight. Stand by. We'll take our first break. We'll come back, and you'll have a chance to talk to Coach David Pappenhouse. That's coming up next right here on Glycod.com. Stand by. Providence and Silver Creek underway in about 25 minutes. We'll be right back.
The Locker Room is proud to be a supporter of high school sports on Glycod. Located at 319 Spring Street in historic Jeff, the Locker Room has been in business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. Owned by David Oram, the Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call 812-282-8600. That's 812-282-8600.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. I'd be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected. This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate agent Packy Page, with offices in Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville. To find out how Allstate can put you in good hands, or for a free quote, call Packy at 812-202-7271.
This is Dave Pappenhouse, the head coach at Silver Creek. And, Coach, we just talked to you 2 weeks ago. 2-0 start as a head coach. It doesn't get any better than that. You can't win them all if you don't win the first 2, right?
That's right. Yeah, this is definitely a good start.
Well, tell me, Coach, after 2 weeks summer practice, 2 weeks of games. What have you learned about your team so far?
I've learned that our team handles adversity pretty well. Instead of stopping and pointing fingers at each other, they really rally together when things are tight, and that's a good thing so far.
It's an excellent thing so far, Coach. It shows a lot of good team spirit and family spirit on their part. Now, the last 2 games, you started out a little slow. Offensively, you started out slow. Defensively, you guys have been outstanding the whole game. Offensively, you started out a little slow in both games. Do you see that being a problem, or are you just making great adjustments at halftime?
Well, with the new system and new coach coming in, there's not a whole lot of differences in what we did last year defensively. They were a 4-4 cover 3 team. We're a 3-3 team that plays a lot of cover 3. So there was a lot of similarities. So, and defense is always ahead early. Putting in the new system's kind of been a little longer of a process than we thought maybe coming in. But, I think we're getting better each week. The second half it all kind of started to click and for the guys up front last week at Salem, and we hope to see progress again this week, and we realize that offensively it's probably going to be a work in progress for a few weeks. Well,
Coach, you started out with 2 of the better teams in your conference, and being 2-0 right now in the Mid-South Conference is really quite an accomplishment to start out with that record against those teams. Now, we've been very impressed with Easton Messer. Do you have plans to get his hands on the ball even more now in the upcoming games? Yeah,
we've got a good commanding lead in the conference right now. We feel like we're glad to be in the driver's seat, and with Easton and Heath Knight and Ben Landers and Dylan Myers really is turned out to be a really good running quarterback. We're trying to spread it around a little bit, and it just seems like, last couple weeks with the punt return, and then last week at Salem, obviously, Easton had the hot hand. But, yeah, we're trying to spread it around. There's only one ball, and it's a pretty good problem to have. But, Easton's made the most of his touches, and, so, yeah, we're probably going to try and get him the ball.
Coach, sometimes guys like that make coaching pretty easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
My philosophy was if you got a fast guy, get him the ball. It's not that hard. Right. Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's be honest, you don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
This second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it, to protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Coach Larry Dennison of Providence High School. The coach is entering his 9th season. I believe your record, if I have it right, is 49-42, and you've got the Pioneers off to a 1-1 start this season. So congratulations on your past, and congratulations on a good start for the season so far this year.
Well, thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. Yeah, we had a great game. We played a very good team in Bethlehem on our first week, and played very well, and both offensively and defensively, came away with a win against a tough team. Last week, obviously playing Floyd Central, it's a step up, for a school that, realistically we probably should be a 1A school, but we're I think one of the smallest 2A schools in the state, playing the big boys. It's just it's a numbers game a lot of times, and unfortunately the numbers caught up to us last week. We just kind of ran out of gas.
Well, Coach, especially in football, the numbers are so important, and not only just the numbers of kids you have on your team, but the number of kids you have to choose from out of your school. You're playing basically a single A school, moving all the way up and playing a 5A, and they're a large 5A school in Floyd Central. Well, but you held your own for about 3/4 of the ball game. Was it a matter of just running out of gas?
I think it was. You got to give Floyd Central a lot of credit too. I mean, Winkers Wright's a heck of a running back too, but and they're a good team. But yeah, we got 9-10 kids playing both ways, never coming off the field, and their offense is over there resting up and getting plenty of water while we're out here never coming off the field, and we're playing special teams too. So it's just a challenge for us, and hopefully down the road it's going to make us a better ball club. But early on it's tough, especially when you play in the heat and play a big school like that. It's kind of tough.
Well, I know I was at Madison and used to play in the Jeffs and New Albany's and the Floyd Centrals back in the day, so I certainly know exactly what you're saying. Now, having Bishop Edwards back should be a big lift for your team, right?
Oh, obviously, yes. Defensively, he's one of our best players at linebacker, and again, offensively, even though Andrew Henderson did a good job filling in for him at quarterback last week. Bishop's just more athletic and he has more speed than what Andrew may get us 4 yards on a carry. Bishop might get us 12 to 15 yards on a carry. So that's just the difference that speed makes. But we're excited to get him back. Hopefully we play well today.
Tell us a little bit more about some of the other players we need to be looking out for tonight.
Well, Colin Flake's our running back. He does a great job for us. He's been our leading rusher the past 2 games. Jeremy Gettelfinger's another kid playing wingback. He played started last year opposite Caden Williams, and really I think we need to try to get him the ball more a little bit. I got to do a better job calling the plays because he's a really good back for us, and we just got to get the ball in his hands more than what we have in the past 2 games. So, but both those kids are excellent ball players, and should hopefully we'll balance it out between him and Bishop as well. Try to get a nice little balance between the 3.
Well, with 3 running backs like that, it should take some of the pressure off the offensive linemen too.
Well, it does. Our offensive line is coming along. There are also some of those guys that don't come off the field. With Riley Gunther and Dante Davis and Vincent Benningfield all playing both ways, and then Connor Hazen and David Wall playing as well. And Alex Fujris, our tight end, plays both ways too. So, it's tough, but they've been playing well.
Coach, back in the day, and I've said back in the day when I was in high school, which is a long, long, long time ago, everybody played both ways. But, of course, we had about 90 guys on the football team, but we still all played both ways.
Yeah,
same
here.
You did too.
Same here, yeah. It was a badge of honor if you played both ways.
Exactly.
Something was wrong with you if you couldn't play both ways. You took it as an insult. But anymore, when you've got fresh bodies and you can play them, you got to try to do that. And maybe down the road we can get some of these younger guys by the end of the season playing for us and get some more quality reps out there on the field and some more quality playing time. But until then, we've got to make do with what we do. We've got to play Iron Man football until then.
Well, Coach, I know the quality of coach you're on. I know you'll do better than just make do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But we got our hands full tonight. Tough game with Silver Creek. They're a very, very good ball club, and we're going to have our hands full with them.
Coach, good luck. Thanks for your time.
I appreciate it.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
I'm a bunch of wind, and just like your stomach out for that strip mall sushi? Well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek on the field, or in the press box, really. Not really on the field, but overlooking the field here at Providence High School. A little bit of clouds as what they said a weak cool front passed through. But now the skies are clearing, and it's a beautiful night for football. Game time temperature 82 degrees, and the sun is peeking through, and I think we're going to have good weather throughout. Game day weather brought to you by the Locker Room, your place for screen printing and embroidery in historic downtown Jeffersonville. Visit them at 319 Spring Street or call them at 812-282-8600. Perfect night for football, Kaz, and it's time for one of my favorite segments of the game. We call Kaz's Keys, and let's start out with Silver Creek tonight. What are their keys of the game for Silver Creek?
Well, I don't know if you have them on the screen, but I'm going to go in reverse order of what I had.
Well, you
because
do any way you want.
I think it's important that Silver Creek wear down Providence as best they can. Run a very quick pace to keep Providence's players on their toes. Don't give Providence a chance to walk. They need to wear them down. Wear them down as best you can. Keep your mental mistakes to a minimum. Fumbles, penalties. They need to have their defense step up and play really well like they have the past two games, so that until the offense can get their footing, and hopefully the offense needs to do that before the second half.
Okay.
Get Messer the ball and establish an inside running game.
All right, so that's the keys of the game tonight for Silver Creek. Let's take a look across the field. The home standing Pioneers tonight. What do they have to do to get the win?
Well, they're going to stop Silver Creek's outside running game, their sprints, and their option attack. They have to stop that. They need to find a way to contain Easton Messer. Try to keep the ball out of his hands the best they can. Take advantage of their size up front. I think they're a little bit bigger, a little stronger up front than Silver Creek's linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Use the emotional lift that Bishop Edwards is going to give them on his return. Use that to their advantage. Play fired up, play motivated football from the beginning. Eliminate the big play, and don't let Silver Creek control the ball. And when you have the ball, take things slowly. Take it slow. Walk to the line. Take as much time as you can. You run the clock down as far as you can. Just take your time. Keep the players refreshed.
All right. Well, those are the keys of the game tonight. And tonight's keys brought to you by Mack Construction in New Albany. Mack Construction provides safe, productive, quality workmanship in civil construction and excavation. Visit mackconstruction.com. Standing by, we'll be back in just a moment with our starting lineups for tonight. Kickoff in about 9 minutes or so. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentucky and high school football.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching
Born with the brain power to make smart choices and the opposable thumbs to click on them. You shop carefully for a lot of things, but what about your bank? Better borrowing rates? Yes, please. Lower fees? Duh. More money for you, less for the bank. Access to a cooperative network of convenient locations and a place where they go the extra mile for you. It's your money. Start right here. Centra Credit Union. Centra.org.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Four. And welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek up here, and got the little bit of the national anthem there. Providence students singing for us. Let's quickly go through the starting lineups. Trying to squeeze some things in here. They don't do things at the high school level for the broadcasters. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did.
Starting lineups tonight. Let's take a look at the offense for Silver Creek to begin with. Dylan Myers, a quarterback, and we talked about Heath Knight, Easton Messer, Ben Landers. Those are the what we call the skill players, but Gatlin and Lucas at the wideouts may get into this game as well.
They will, yep.
And then you got the big guys up front, Clark, Blues, Roundtree, Betts, and Knox. You're starting front five for the Dragons. On the defensive side of the ball for Silver Creek, some different names. They have a little more depth at Silver Creek. Dylan Mize, Peyton DeLucio was a Pioneer last year. He's a Dragon this year. That'll be interesting up front for him.
And he had a big game against Charlestown, too.
He did. Taylor Betts, Heath Knight goes both ways. Ben Landers does as well. In the linebacker position. Eric Worth and Jonas Scott also at linebackers. Gatlin, Schoen, Lucas, and Spears in the secondary for the Dragons. The Pioneer offense. We'll take a quick look at that. Bishop Edwards, we talked quite a bit about him at quarterback. He's going to run the offense tonight. Colin Flake, Jeremy Gettelfinger, Henderson will all get touches, as well as Aldridge and Fougeroux. Then up front, Gunther, Wall, Benningfield, Davis, and Hazen. The line for the defense for the Pioneers: Nathan Ross, Riley Gunther, Benningfield, Henry Jones, Bishop Edwards, Fougeroux, Flake, Gettelfinger, Aldridge, Jackson Murphy, and Andrew Henderson. Those are your starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries, locally owned at 1510 Production Road in Jeffersonville. Interstate Batteries, proud supporter of high school sports on Glycon.com. Stand by. We'll be right back with the kickoff right after this.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
As an industry leader that specializes in commercial and industrial maintenance, Hussong Mechanical Contractors provides dependable, peace-of-mind service. Countless companies and organizations have relied on family-owned HMC for precise solutions on design, service, automation, energy, and plumbing. Their expertise can oversee your project from start to finish. To find out how Hussong can help your business, visit Hussong.com.
From Glycod, it's Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Football. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1950. Tonight's game is presented by Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. And is also brought to you by the Clark County Youth Coalition. Get inspired, get the facts. Visit what'syoursideeffect.org. By Allstate agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. And by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. And Centra Credit Union. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by Jim Butner Auto Group.
And it's time for football. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here in the booth, and we're ready to get this thing rolling. Pioneers, Silver Creek won the toss. They deferred. They'll take the ball first in the second half. Providence will get first touch tonight. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, for Silver Creek, it's a smart thing because they've made some really good adjustments at halftime, and they're going to have the ball to start the second half. And they're the last 2 games, they've been a second half team.
All right. Well, Pioneers come in 1-1. Silver Creek 2-0. Those numbers will change after tonight, but we're about to get this thing underway. Pioneers will send a couple of guys deep. Bishop Edwards, Jeremy Gettelfinger deep for the Pioneers. Silver Creek coming out to kick, and we're going to get this thing moving.
Jonathan McIntyre will be kicking off again for Silver Creek, just like he did a couple weeks ago.
All right. You know it's time to play when the scoreboard comes up. Here we go. The Dragons in the white jersey with the orange pants. Pioneers in the navy blue with the white slacks. Here we go. Kick is a short pooch cut kick and taken by an up back on the ground, covered by the Pioneers and fumbled out of bounds.
Out of bounds, right. Pioneers ball.
Austin Barnett, the last Pioneer to touch it, and it went out of bounds, and therefore Providence. That was a little bit of a surprise.
It was a surprise. They wanted to get the ball right back again.
Providence will get it 1st and 10. We'll see where they spot it. I think it went out at the 34-yard line. And that's where they set it. 1st and 10 Pioneers. We'll get to see this offense. Providence always been a very strong ground game team.
And they will be again. That'll be the strength of their team.
Shotgun formation. Edwards gets the snap, goes straight ahead. Student body straight ahead.
That wasn't much trickery on that.
Nope.
Providence will run a lot of different formations, a lot of people in a lot of different places, unbalanced line. Silver Creek has to be very aware of, as you can see right here, how unbalanced they are to the right side.
2nd and 7. Edwards again in the shotgun, takes a snap, straight ahead once again. No gain this time. Back to the line of scrimmage, ball at the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 7. Real quick 1-2 play. No huddle offense there for the first couple plays.
Yeah.
And probably scripted as well.
Yeah, they're huddling now.
This is a little bit more important down and distance.
Yeah.
How deep did you script plays as a coach?
I did the first 10 plays of the game. And no matter where we were on the field and what we did the first 10 plays. Players knew it, we practiced it, and it really helped us as far as scouting was concerned also.
Unbalanced to the left this time. Edwards going to go that direction. Loose ball on the ground and covered, and the ball carrier that time was Colin Flake and lost the ball, but it flew ahead, covered by a Pioneer, and it's going to be a 1st down.
Yeah, Colin took his gloves off. I guess he felt like that's why he fumbled, but he took his gloves. He actually fumbled because whoever made the tackle put his helmet right on the football.
1st and 10, ball at the 47-yard line. Providence moves the chains. Their first series of downs. We'll see if they can keep this drive alive. I think it's important for them to start early, get some points if they can.
And really, to tell by the formation, there's not a lot of trickery here. I mean, I would imagine they're coming left. They're coming towards us right now.
Edwards and Flake.
Now we get everybody shifted, and it's a penalty, procedure penalty. No, offside.
Defender jumped on that. Got a little jumpy. 5 yards. Will be 1st down. He actually moved the ball 6 yards. He set it down.
He did, didn't he?
A 6-yard penalty.
You don't see that very often.
And I don't think anyone caught it on either sideline. It's going to be 1st and 4 based on where they spotted the ball just across midfield at the 48-yard line of Silver Creek. And it's 1st down.
Referee's got long strides.
Yeah. And there's that shift again. Edwards and Flake in the backfield. Snap goes directly to Flake, goes quickly to his right, trying to get to the corner, and he'll get outside and out of bounds for a 1st down. Direct snap to Flake. Quick play.
We got a flag.
Where was that flag?
I don't know. It's back here on the 50-yard line.
Could be a holding penalty. We'll see. Appears to be against Providence.
Holding on Providence.
That hurts. 10 yards from the spot of the foul is going to push the ball all the way back to the 40-yard line. And the 1st down goes away. It's still 1st down, but not where they wanted it to be.
Now it's 1st and 15, Mike.
Ball on the 40. They've got to get across down into Dragon territory. We'll see what they have dialed up here. Flake split out to the near side. Edwards, the lone quarterback in the shotgun. Perhaps a pass. Counter play. Hand off to Gettelfinger. Good defense by Silver Creek. They read the play. Picked up about 3 yards. Second and about 14.
You can tell based on the first several plays we've seen, Mike, what Providence's game plan is as far as trying to get into formations that get them an advantage in numbers and then running a counter play off of those plays.
Yeah. Second and 14. It's time.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, time to reach in your bag of long play tricks.
Well, and expect like a play-action pass off of that counter play we just saw.
Man in motion is Gettelfinger. He'll get the ball, comes to the left side, cuts it up early, keeps on his feet, very close, and it looks like he had the first down.
He does have the first down.
Got stopped by the safeties. Gatlin on the stop.
Great second effort on his part, wasn't it?
I see why he said they need to get him more touches in the ball game.
Yep.
Nice run by Jeremy Gettelfinger. Gets them the first down. Ball at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. Pioneers on the move. They overcame that penalty. That's a big win here early in the ball game. Flake and Edwards. Motion man is Gettelfinger. Edwards keeps it himself straight ahead. Down inside the 40-yard line, pick up 3, call it 2nd and 7. Nice to have a few different weapons on the ground. We haven't seen the Pioneers yet this year. They run a pretty efficient offense.
So far, they're very efficient, and it's not complicated. Their complication is their formations. They're unbalanced line in their formations.
Hard to read that sometimes as a defender.
And the defense has to see that. The linebackers have to see that. And you know Silver Creek is prepared for it.
Heavy left here. Edwards and Flake snap directly to Flake. Looks for a hole. Finally gets to the corner, but not a lot there. Good pursuit by the Dragons. Stopped by Jake Lucas and others. A late flag comes in the secondary.
A little bit of Providence got away with a little bit of motion in the backfield that time.
Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. We'll see what this penalty is. Looks to be against the Pioneers. Waiting for an official word. Make it 5. 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty for illegal block in the back.
Okay. That'll bring up 2nd down and
so I don't know if there's
13.
a legal block in the back. He would just say block in the back.
Yeah. The old tap on the shoulder stick.
Yeah.
Gettelfinger, the wing on the near side. Edwards takes the snap and another penalty. And we'll have offsides by the Pioneers. Somebody moved. And those hurt.
I just noticed where Peyton Delvecchio from Silver Creek went over and had just a little bit of a slap on the behind to Bishop Edwards and said, "Hey, good to see you again, buddy."
A little bit of rivalry there. DeLucio, part of the Pioneer team for a number of years before moved over to the Silver Creek District. 2nd down and 17. Edwards straight ahead and pulled to the ground. And he'll get it back to the 46-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
Well, it didn't bother them last time, so
No,
let's see what they come up
have.
with this time. I'm still looking for that counter play, a little bootleg play off of that counter.
Well, you get them to bite on the counter enough, then you set that play up. But now would be a great time if you can make it work. Edwards and Flake in the backfield. A little bit of motion there. Reset. Heavy to the left now. Straight handoff to Flake, gives it to Gettelfinger, and this time the Dragons sniffed that one out. Read that play.
And, it's so strange when you see that you talk about heavy left. I mean, they had their whole offensive line, and all the receivers all line up on the left side. They had one blocker on the right side, but yet they ran it back to the right side. They, sometimes you can outthink yourself.
Yeah. Unbalanced left is more traditional way of saying that, but either way, it's a 4th down and a loss of about a yard, so 4th and 14. And
looks like they're going for it, though.
At least it appears that way, unless Edwards decides to kick it. Quarterback in. Maybe they're going to see if they can get somebody to jump. Nope, they're going to go for it. Nope. Quarterback does kick it away. There's your punt. Nobody back to return it. It's going to take a nice Pioneer bounce.
Perfect Pioneer bounce.
Down inside the 10-yard line. They'll down it at the 6.
Yeah, perfect.
Good play by the Pioneers.
Yeah, that's was very close to getting blocked, though, too.
It was.
Very close.
Well, when you're in the shotgun, you don't have a lot of room.
No.
1st and 10. Silver Creek get the first offensive touch at the 5:13 mark. So Pioneers chewed up almost 7 minutes of the first quarter. Nothing to show for it on the board, but they got Silver Creek pinned back.
One of our keys to the game was Providence controlling the ball and controlling the clock.
Well, let's see what Silver Creek can dial up here on the offensive side. They've been slow to start offensively the last 2 games. Pioneers would love to keep that tradition going. Dylan Myers, the quarterback. Looking right in the sun. Perfect opportunity for us not to see what's going on. I see he's in the shotgun. Motion is Ben Landers. He'll get the handoff. And good pursuit by the Pioneers will trip him up. Jackson Murphy on the stop for the Pioneers. Good cornerback play. We've called his name and number a lot the last couple years.
The wide receiver for Silver Creek didn't block, but he also didn't get a penalty because he could have very easily blocked in the back. Smart play on his part to pull up.
Picked up a couple, make it 2nd and 8. Ball just about the 8-yard line. Wide set up here. Myers in the shotgun, waits for the snap. There it is. He's going to keep it himself, runs it to the left, short side of the field, and runs into trouble quickly. Down near the 10-yard line.
2-yard gain, Mike.
Well, give him a couple more. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. And Pioneers would love to get a stop right here because it's definitely a punt situation.
Well, based on what we saw 2 weeks ago, look for Silver Creek to sprint right here with Dylan Meyer.
Meyer, the only back closest to him is Heath Knight. He's on a wing position. They're going to pass. Looks downfield to Knight. Knight is open. Tackle missed. And he's going to get out for the 1st down. Ali Fougeroux went for the diving tackle, missed, and Knight was able to pick up good yardage. Moves the chains. Ball out to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 Silver Creek.
Big play for Silver Creek because it got them out of that short field, punting from the 5-yard line.
A little bit of breathing room at their back now. Knight was wide open, and Fougeroux came flying in from the linebacker position trying to get there and just missed on the tackle. Man in motion is Landers, takes the handoff and met immediately with Bishop Edwards.
There was nothing there.
Edwards was there also on the stop. Riley Gunther.
Yeah, big Riley Gunther, 6'3", 270 pounds. Big Riley. He's one of those big uglies. Remember the big uglies? He's one of them big uglies.
It'll be 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. And that was clearly a stop by the Pioneers. I love to see those quarterbacks get in there and mix it up.
Yeah.
Bishop Edwards, the quarterback, also an inside linebacker, meaning he's probably going to be in on a lot of plays tonight. Hand off to Landers, left side. He's corralled and thrown to the ground. Ball comes out late, but they say he was down, so it'll be 3rd down. Make it 3rd down and 7.
And Mike, Providence was the first team I remember coaching against. This goes back into the late 70s, early 80s. that actually tried to strip the ball. They were the first team that I remember actively trying to strip the ball on tackles.
Coach Sartini taught that
Yes.
to the program. I remember playing against Providence, and they did just that. They've always been very aggressive. Get the ball. Myers drops back to pass, hit, gets away, puts it in the air, throws it to the sidelines, incomplete, and it's late hit, but no flag. He took a shot that time from Henry Jones, who came in, provided a little pressure, but that'll bring up 4th and 7, a punting situation for Silver Creek.
Yep. Well, Silver Creek got a nice play to get out from underneath the goalpost, but
they gave their punter a little bit of room here.
yeah, they're a little still struggling in the first part of the game.
Now that incomplete pass stops the clock. It'll restart now. The ball's set. Punting situation. McIntyre to kick it away. End over end punt. Fair catch called for and lost. And recovered by Silver Creek through the hands of Bishop Edwards. And guess who was there? Easton Messer.
But I'll give Bishop Edwards an excuse.
Coming out of the sun.
This is an east-west field. You don't see that very often in football fields or any athletic field.
Yeah.
And Bishop Edwards was looking directly into the sun to feel that ball. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and we'll blame the sun.
Well, that's mighty generous of you, Coach.
Yes.
I'm not sure Coach Jennison will feel that.
Probably not. He won't be as generous as I am.
1st and 10, Silver Creek takes advantage of the turnover. First turnover of the night. Myers back in more of a pistol formation. Not too deep. Now he'll drop back. He's going to look downfield, puts it in the air. Oh!
What a...
Heath Knight was completely upended by Jeremy Gettelfinger. What a hit.
Was that Gettelfinger or
Gettelfinger
Grant?
took him out.
Gettelfinger. Wow, that was quite a hit. And the Silver Creek player almost held on to that ball.
Heath Knight, the target of that pass, and I don't blame him for not holding on.
No. and he may go back to Dylan Myers and say, number one, please don't call that play again. And number two, if you do, throw it to somebody else.
Anybody else. 2nd down and 10. Great defensive play by Gettelfinger. Man in motion, Landers. Fakes the handoff. Myers going to run it himself. 1st down. Out across the 30, inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Big run. Mobile quarterback is a great thing to have.
Yes, it is. Yep, it is. And he little fake on what we used to call the jet sweep, and the defense bites on the jet sweep, and they vacate their spot, and he takes off and found the open hole.
Looking to the sideline for the play. Got plenty of time on the play clock, down to 20. Myers back. Heath Knight set up behind him. Down in the 3-point stance. Puts a man in motion. That's Messer, but Myers keeps it himself. A little option. Was that a forward pitch? Very close to it.
Very close to a forward pitch, and I would call that more of a lateral than a pitch.
Yeah. No call.
And I'm seeing Coach Pappenhouse instructing Meyer on the proper way to pitch the ball on the option.
Yeah, that was very close to being a forward pass, but it's going to be the last play of the first quarter as time runs down here. A very quick first quarter at the end of one. We've got a 0-0 score. We'll go start the second quarter right after this. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana high school football. Stand by. We'll be right back.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Jim Kazmarek, Mike Beck, glad to be with you here at Providence High School. The score after one quarter, 0-0, Silver Creek and Providence traded a couple of possessions. No score either way. Ball back in the hands of Silver Creek. Dylan Meyer takes the handoff, hands it to Easton Messer on a reverse. He's got some room to rumble. Gets outside. Good come up by the cornerback who'll get a stop and save a touchdown, but it's first down inside the red zone.
Yeah, good tackle by Andrew Henderson, open field tackle on a tough player. Mike, that first quarter, Providence made 3 mistakes. They were only able to overcome one of them so far. They had two bad penalties and then the fumble.
First and 10, ball spotted at the 14-yard line. A big welcome to our folks that are tuning in on the Big X WXVW radio. Glad to have you with us. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here at Providence. Silver Creek with the ball, threatening to score. Ball at the 16-yard line. Handoff, left side. And Heath Knight, not much there. Actually, that wasn't Heath Knight. That was Jonah Scott, his first carry of the night.
Yeah, good tackle by Jeremy Gettelfinger again, too. See why Coach Dennison was high on him.
Push the ball back, loss of a yard. It'll be second down and 11. The 10:50 mark here at Providence. No score here. Very fast first quarter. Clock didn't stop, I think, but for one incomplete pass. So we're clicking it through here. Heath Knight in a wing back. The only one in the backfield is the quarterback, Dylan Myers, in the shotgun. He's going to put it in the air. Looks downfield, looks to his right, back to the center. Throws a pass. It's incomplete. Jonah Scott could not hang on the low pitch.
Yeah, they had a little higher. That would have been a nice completion and a pretty good catch and run afterwards.
Yeah. Incomplete.
A little bit too low.
3rd and 11 ball. They'll put it on the 16-yard line. You go for it twice down here, Coach, or do you try the kick?
I go twice. I've seen their kicker. I wouldn't.
You weren't that excited, huh?
I don't think he has that range.
Okay. 3rd and 11. Myers, Heath Knight, the single setback. Easton Messer, the slot on the left side. Be surprised if he doesn't go into motion. Nope, does not. Quarterback keeps it himself. The option. He gets past the first defender. Inside the 5, down. First down, ball at the 2-yard line. And a big turn that time by Dylan Myers.
Yeah, and missed tackle right at the corner of the defense. Missed tackle, and Myers does a good job of running. He's a tough quarterback, very shifty. Not very big, but very shifty.
They're going to spot the ball at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. The 10-10 mark here. No score early on. Silver Creek and Providence. Silver Creek knocking on the door for this one. Meyer puts a man in motion. Fakes the handoff and goes in untouched. Touchdown, Silver Creek. That motion, they bit that hard.
That's twice they've done that. They bit that jet sweep motion and let the inside of the wide open. What's happening is the linebackers aren't staying home. The linebackers are going with the jet sweep fake.
Yep.
And avoiding their interior areas.
And with a mobile quarterback, that can be deadly.
Yes.
They line up for the extra point. Jonathan McIntyre to kick. Wait for the snap. It's good. And it is blocked. Flying in is Jackson Murphy. He'll get the block on the extra point, and that's a big play.
That's why I wouldn't have kicked a field goal.
Good play by Jackson Murphy. Keeps it to a 6-0 score here. Pioneers will get the ball back on the kickoff. Let's break this down a bit, Coach. What did you see that time on offensive series from Silver Creek?
Silver Creek is tough on the outside running game with their sweeps, their counters, their option. And what that's done is open up that middle area for that quarterback keeper. Fake the jet sweep, take it right up the middle. Linebackers are vacating their areas to take the jet sweep away and leaving the middle wide open. So the interior, the center guards for Silver Creek are doing a really nice job of opening that up.
All right, well, we'll see what Providence can do offensively to respond here. They've looked pretty good, but a couple of mistakes and some big penalties have really hurt them on earlier drives.
two mistakes. They had two good drives going. They overcame one of the big penalties, but they couldn't overcome the second one, and then the drop punt.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
9:57 mark here in the second quarter. Silver Creek and Providence. Silver Creek takes the early lead 6-0. Deep for the Pioneers, Bishop Edwards, Jeremy Gettelfinger to kick off McIntyre. Last time he kicked off, it was a little pooch kick. Caught everybody by surprise. We'll see if they try that again. Here's the approach. And this time a little bit farther, but
still rather poochy.
Yeah, kind of poochy. Is that a word?
Well, but that's really not bad. Providence got the ball on the 25-yard line. There's no return. The Providence kid did a smart play by fair catching the ball.
Joey Theobald with the catch. They'll spot it at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Providence. Good ball game here.
See, Providence will eat up the clock now.
They sure
will. Take your time, eat up the clock, running game, unbalanced line.
Their line so far unbalanced, it feels like the field's going to tip.
It really is. It really is unbalanced.
Major unbalanced to the left. One man to the right of the center. And that's where they go with it. Jeremy Gettelfinger, and he's caught in the backfield. A huge drop. Tackled that time by Eric Worth.
Mike, you will be able to relate to this, and so can I. And I can relate to it in several different ways. The offense that Providence is running should look very familiar to you, because it's Evanville Wright's old wing T, single wing offense. And I'm familiar because I coached against Wrights when they were still running that.
And I played against it.
And I played against it in high school when that was really still kind of popular, and a lot of teams ran it. And that last play they just ran was the spinner.
2nd and 16. Edwards hands off to Gettelfinger straight ahead. Nice movement of the pile. He got about 7 yards back that time, and a lot of that was all on his own.
And should got right back to the original line of scrimmage.
Just across the 25, down to the 26. We'll make it 3rd and 9. And credit that to Jeremy Gettelfinger and willing that play. Student sections getting into it here. Providence and Silver Creek shouting back and forth. I like that.
I do too.
Game.
I think that's cool.
3rd and 9. Bishop Edwards in the shotgun. He's alone back there. He's going to roll to his right, think about looking downfield for a pass. He'll pull it down and run. And out across the 30, short of the first down, and a punting situation up for the Pioneers. Ben Landers with a stop. And that's going to bring up 4th and 4. Not really 4-down territory here. Traditional punt formation for Providence. Back to kick Nathan Strybey.
That was a big series for Providence. Providence really needed to control the football and control some time.
And they weren't able to get that done. Thanks to a couple of big defensive plays, really. Eric Worth, the most notable one, the big loss of 6 yards. 4th and 4. Strybey to kick. Nice snap. No pressure. Low, tumbly kick. Going to hit the ground and bounce.
Roll.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that was a 20-yard punt that ended up being a 50-yard punt.
Nice. It has a nice ground game.
Yes.
He could be a golfer with that wedge. 1st and 10, Pioneers.
Actually, that looked like some of my wedges today.
Oh, were you golfing today?
Yes, I was. Well, I was on a golf course.
Well, yeah, you were on a course. We wouldn't call what you did golfing.
No,
Is that what you say?
No, that's right.
1st and 10, Silver Creek has the ball. They'll spot it down at the 22-yard line. So, nice change of field.
And, as a coach, you tell the players, those kind of punts, stay away from them because the balls can take so many strange bounces. But what happens is you get that kind of bounce where it just keeps rolling downfield.
I'm not sure who invented the shape of the football, but he knew what he was doing because he's created chaos.
That's right.
And it certainly helps in the passing side of the game. 1st and 10. Dylan Myers, the quarterback, single back behind him, Heath Knight. Spread formation offensively, man in motion, Landers. Hand off to Knight straight ahead. Not much there. Picked up a couple, but wrestled to the ground. Big Riley Gunther.
He's a big guy, too.
They'll give him a yard. where they spot it. Ball at the 23-yard line.
And you know Riley,
Second and 9.
Riley Gunther's a good player because he is wearing gold shoes.
Oh, is that it?
So you have got to be good if you're going to wear gold shoes.
You're pretty confident.
Yes.
You want to be seen.
Yes.
All right. 2nd down and 9. Myers, Knight the setback. Put a man in motion. That's Landers. Fakes to him. Option. Right side. Oh, it's a sprint. Myers, nice speed. He'll pick up the first down. Finally corralled out there in the hinterlands.
Yeah, good sprint out, running game, outside sweeps, jet sweeps, option pitches.
Gettelfinger on the stop for the Pioneers.
Myers got some wheels, doesn't he?
He sure does. 1st and 10, ball out at the 36-yard line, and Silver Creek keeping the foot on the gas pedal, no huddle. Now they're waiting to get the play called in. Myers communicating that to his linemen. Those guys, all they need to know is the count, right?
Right or left.
Back in the pistol. Man in motion, Landers. Stops. Run a little bit of a broken play.
Run it.
Myers going to pull it down and look for a lane.
Yeah, gained 4 yards, almost 5.
Nice run. Didn't look like he had much there. Good pursuit from the Pioneers, but not enough to corral him. 2nd and 5.
It was interesting. He was trying to get the motion, man. He was moving, move.
Get out of my way.
Get out of the way.
2nd and 5, ball at the 41-yard line. Silver Creek going with a no-huddle offense, but not in a hurry.
No.
They just kind of go out there, line up. Man in motion, Messer. He's going to get the handoff. He'll go to the right side. Little jet sweep there. And he's dragged down, caught from behind.
Yeah, we got a penalty.
Alec Fougeroux on the stop. And there is a penalty. We'll see what's called.
Holding against Silver Creek.
Is that a prediction or you see something?
I saw them get the signal. I am not clairvoyant.
Didn't know if you're doing your Karnak over there.
No, I did. I saw them give the signal.
Well, that'll be a 10-yard penalty. We'll see where they end up putting the ball down. But that hurts the Dragons. They had 2nd and short, and we're only going to be about 3 yards from a first down. 10-yard penalty will push them back. Back inside the 35 to the 33. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
That does hurt them.
Moves the ball back to the 36-yard line. That's not correct. Ball's at the 38-yard line.
And here we go. As they get set, Myers alone in the backfield, shotgun. And the snap goes drop straight back, look downfield. He's going to have to move, moves to his left. He's being chased by Gunther, puts it in the air, and through the hands of Scott. Pass was right on line.
Right on line. I didn't like the way Scott tried to catch that ball. You tried to catch it like this,
yeah.
And of course the ball went zip, and you got to catch it like that.
Yeah, you got to get your hands above and below,
right. not. Don't let the ball just slide right through your hands.
What happens when you put your hands straight out? It's going to act like a pond, and you're skipping a stone.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it.
And the skip went right through his hands. 3rd and 13.
Yeah, that'd have been a first down too.
Easily. Ball at the 33-yard line. Call that play again. He was wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Different formation this time, but still single quarterback, the only one in the backfield. Myers drops straight back. This time pass to Messer, makes the completion, breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to have a first down and more. One to beat and take him down.
We got a flag here. We're going to have a clipping penalty here. Blocking the back right in front of us on the 48-yard line. I saw it. I know the referee saw it also.
Jackson Murphy saved the touchdown, but the penalty would have brought it back either way.
Bring it back. It's going to end up being 3rd and 10 again. Or it could be 3rd and 15.
We'll see what they call. Murphy brought him down at the 30-yard line, but penalty flag's going to negate that great effort by Easton Messer. Sure hands there.
Boy, sure put a nice move on in open field. I'm not sure what Providence player that is.
I didn't catch it. I think it was Chase Aldridge who came up for the first whiff.
Yeah, the first whiff.
There were a couple of whiffs. Jeremy Gettelfinger was, I think, the other whiff. So, I mean, he's not a bad ball player.
No, Gettelfinger is a good ball player, so Messer really put a nice move on him.
Yeah.
He is a good player.
Stopped on a dime, but the penalty will bring the ball all the way back to the 33-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 13.
Again.
So it's as like it never really happened.
Yeah.
Myers in the pistol. Single setback is Heath Knight. He'll drop back. A little bit of protection from Knight. Throws it downfield. A kind of a wobbly pass, but gets it there. First down. Ben Landers on the reception. They needed 13. They got 15.
Dylan Myers was under pressure. He had a Providence player right in his face. I think I'm going to say it was number 51, David Wall, was right in his face. He stepped forward, made a nice pass, and a nice catch, and a nice run.
Dylan Myers is really developing into a solid quarterback for the Dragons.
Yes.
They were wondering what they were going to do without Josh Landers, who graduated last year. It was kind of an up and down summer. Myers he's earned a spot.
Yeah, he's stepping up.
1st and 10, ball at the 48-yard line. Quick pitch out to the left side. Knight met by Fougeroux, and he'll struggle and lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Good tackle by Fougeroux. The linebacker comes up. Trivia about Alec Fougeroux.
I like that name. That's good. You say that so well, too.
Well, that's because I know the young man.
Oh, okay.
His sister and my youngest daughter were in the same daycare together.
Oh, my goodness sakes.
Alec was just a wee lad when I last saw him. I think I may have even carried him once or twice. But he's turned into quite the football and basketball player, a two-sport athlete here at Providence. And a good young man, too. I know the family. So tip of the hat to the Fougeroux. I'm sure they're watching. Dylan Meyer, the quarterback, 2nd and 11. Man in motion. Ben Landers fakes the handoff to him. Option.
Oh, he should have pitched it.
Yeah, that time he did a Chris Miles.
Yeah, should have pitched it.
Chris Miles was a quarterback for me and a quarterback for you, and he never saw football he didn't like.
Yeah, he was. We always gave the quarterback, and I was fortunate to have three or four good option quarterbacks, and I always gave them all the complete freedom to run the play exactly as a read option. It was never a called play.
Oh boy!
And I cannot tell you how many times I asked the quarterback what did he see, and he said it was all covered. Coach, I needed to keep it.
Quarterback under center, 3rd and 9. Meyer puts a man in motion. Messer comes around, and he's in trouble. Bad exchange. He really had no time to do anything.
Yeah.
And Gunther came in.
Yeah, he sure did. Riley Gunther just ate that play up.
Big stop for the Pioneers.
It was almost like he didn't have a center in front of him.
Yeah, if I'm the center, I'm going to get out of the way. I'd call that the pole block.
Yeah.
4th and 11. In to kick, McIntyre. Deep for Providence, Bishop Edwards and Chase Aldridge. Edwards was looking in the sun the last quarter. Sun's down now. Ball bounces, and it's not going to be returned and stopped. Corralled that time by Drake Spears. Ball down at the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Providence. Very quick-moving game here tonight.
Yes, it is. Wow.
Almost to halftime. 2 minutes, 33 seconds left in the second quarter. 6-0 the score. Silver Creek has the advantage. But Providence, they're not playing too shabby either.
And that was Silver Creek's turn to make the mistakes to kill all their drives.
And
those 3 penalties really hurt them. They could overcome 2 of them, but they couldn't overcome the 3rd one.
Edwards. And Flake in the backfield. Snap to Edwards. Calls it himself. Goes straight ahead. Around the right a little bit. He'll get out to the 29. Picked up about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Nice run. He makes things happen. Comes back after missing last week. I know that's a big boost to this Pioneer offense. And last week they had Floyd Central.
Well, he's a big kid. He's 6'2" and 190. I mean, that's a big quarterback.
Second down and 5. Right at 2 minutes to go in the half. 6-0 your score, Silver Creek over Providence. Neither team used a timeout in this half either. Snap is low. He goes down and grabs it, but that messed up the timing enough to set him up as a target in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. First man to him, Logan Myers. One of the defensive front guys. They don't get a lot of love. Tom Peak also in there.
Tom Peak, that's right.
And Taylor Betts.
And those are the donut eaters.
They are. As well as Peyton DeLucio.
Yes.
Providence in the shotgun. Edwards drops back. He's going to put it in the air. Knocked down.
Interception.
Peyton DeLucio is going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ball was tipped. DeLucio grabs the tipped ball and runs straight to the end zone. Big turn of events there.
Big turn of events. I didn't see who got his hand up and blocked it. Right into DeLucio's arms, and he's savvy enough to know which direction to run.
Yeah, that's sometimes in question for those linemen. Welcome to our friends listening on the Big X WXVWs. You tuned in to Silver Creek and Providence. Silver Creek on the interception. Peyton DeLucio runs it in. Touchdown. And this extra point brought to you by Hussing Mechanical Contractors, family-owned plumbing, HVAC mechanical contractors. They provide reliable energy solutions. And the kick is up and good.
McIntyre.
13-0. Big break that time for Silver Creek as the Dragons extend their lead with just a minute to go in the first half. A quick first half here at Providence. Wow. What a change of momentum there.
What a real change of momentum.
Well, time for the Silver Creek Dragons to kick off for a third time in the half. And again, we think Hussing Mechanical Contractors, their point after of the night. That time it was through the uprights.
Perfect.
13-0 your score. Silver Creek extends the lead over Providence. Pioneers been putting up a good battle tonight, but penalties and a couple of turnovers have killed them. And the Pioneers will receive the kick. Gettelfinger and Edwards deep. None of the kicks have been very deep tonight. Silver Creek to kick off. McIntyre has his kickoff team lined up, and he's ready to go. We'll get this second quarter back underway here. He approach and another short kick. It's going to be taken by one of the up backs. Fougeroux pulls it out of the air and drops to the ground at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Providence.
Providence got a minute with 3 timeouts, so let's see what they do.
See if they can get this done here. They need a score. It'd be great to go in the locker room with some points on the board. That completely changes the second half, knowing that Silver Creek will get the ball to start the second half. They won the toss, deferred. Providence started the game with the ball. Silver Creek's pitched a shutout so far. 1st and 10. And we got a confusion on the field for the Pioneers, and they're going to have to take a timeout because they don't have the personnel they need out there. Somebody was missing, and that's going to take a quick break. They took a break. We'll take one as well. Stand by. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by American Senior Community Locations, Clark Rehabilitation in Riverview Village.
Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek with you here at Providence High School. Silver Creek leads Providence 13-0. A minute to go here in the first half. Pretty good game.
Very good.
Teams weren't sure how these teams were going to match up. They matched up pretty well, but a couple of penalties at key moments and 2 big turnovers have really hurt the Pioneers. Right. 1st and 10, ball. Well, they put it down on the 36. That's where they'll start. So they got to go 64 yards to get a score. Can they do it? Edwards, snap directly to Colin Flake. He's being chased. Breaks a tackle out across the 40, and he'll go down at about the 43-yard line, make it the 44. Second down and along 2.
And Providence just letting the clock roll. They're in no hurry, no timeout.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They bring it out of the huddle. Ball at the 44-yard line.
How about this formation? They have one player to the right of the center.
That is unbalanced to the left. And a fumble. And the Pioneers cover it. Ball down at about the 39-yard line. A big loss that time. Is going to push the ball back. And it'll make 3rd and 6.
I think they're going to let the clock run out.
At this point, That's it. It's going to be the end of the first half with the score Silver Creek 13, Providence nothing. We'll take a break and be back with our halftime coverage right after this. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana high school football. Stand by, folks. We'll be right back right after this.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
You're born with the brain power to make smart choices and the opposable thumbs to click on them. You shop carefully for a lot of things, but what about your bank? Better borrowing rates? Yes, please. Lower fees? Duh. More money for you, less for the bank. Access to a cooperative network of convenient locations and a place where they go the extra mile for you. It's your money. Start right here. Centra Credit Union. Centra.org.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
It's halftime. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek, glad to be with you here. Providence trails Silver Creek at halftime, 13-0. Penalties and turnovers really the bugaboo for the Pioneers so far. You've got some stats?
I do.
A little bit.
I do have stats.
Well, tell us what you found.
Well, for Providence, first of all, Edwards has 21 yards rushing.
Okay.
And 0 for 1 passing with an interception that was a touchdown.
Yeah.
Not really his interception. It was knocked down by a Silver Creek lineman, intercepted by a Silver Creek lineman, and run in for a touchdown. Flake has 18 yards rushing, and Gettelfinger has 16 yards rushing.
Okay.
For Silver Creek, they have a total of 87 yards. 6 of those was everybody else. And 81 of them belong to Dylan Myers.
So
Dylan Myers has 48 yards rushing and 33 yards passing right now.
So basically Dylan Myers is beating Providence 13-0. We know that's not true. We're being funny. But
everyone else has 6 yards.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of offense from one guy, but he's very versatile.
Yeah, he is. He's very versatile, very shifty, and he's a good hard runner. So second half, Silver Creek's going to start with the ball, and that'll be interesting to see how they start the second half now.
Okay, well, that's the stats as we have them, and sometimes we get a lot, sometimes we get a little. We do the best with what we got, and that's what we have. So we'll go ahead and take another break and come back with the scores of other games and more. Halftime coverage continues. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana high school football.
You're born with the brain power to make smart choices and the opposable thumbs to click on them. You shop carefully for a lot of things, but what about your bank? Better borrowing rates? Yes, please. Lower fees? Duh. More money for you, less for the bank. Access to a cooperative network of convenient locations and a place where they go the extra mile for you. It's your money. Start right here. Centra Credit Union. Centra.org.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Mike Beck and Jim Kazmarek here at Providence High School at halftime. Silver Creek 13, Providence nothing. Good ball game score, not quite reflective of what we've seen on the field, but some penalties and turnovers. Let's go to the scoreboard and get a scoreboard update. Really curious what's happening in other games.
Well, we have two scores so far coming in. New Albany and Jeff are tied 0-0.
Okay.
But the big shocker is 7:43 left in the second quarter. Clarksville 14, Charlestown 7.
Holy cow.
Yes, that's right.
Wow. Charlestown ended a 5-year drought last week, beating Eastern Pekin. Got a big win. And, man, if they can – they're for real, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, Charlestown's a good football team.
Yeah, they sure are.
And if New Albany score is updated, it's still 0-0, but now it's late in the second quarter.
Okay, no score. The oldest high school rivalry in the state.
Yep.
Bulldogs and Red Devils going at it tonight over in Jeffersonville.
Jeffersonville, right.
All right, that's your scoreboard update. Tonight's update brought to you by Clark County Youth Coalition. For more than 35 years, the Clark County Youth Coalition has been the state's eyes and ears in Clark County, monitoring data and working to reduce substance use and abuse. For more information, visit clarkcountylcc.org or like them on Facebook. And for scores of other games in Kentuckiana, if you want to find out what's going on up to date, go to glycod.com. All the scores are there, and they're updated as they come into us. So we appreciate the Clark County Youth Coalition. Right now they're showing the future of the Pioneer program out there, and that's always good. The schools need a feeder system, and they're highlighting those young men who have taken up football from third grade and on up. That's a lot of kids.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what school they represent.
Well, they're all the deanery schools. So.
They're all the deanery schools together?
St. Anthony, Our Lady,
This is
as soon as you ask me, I will forget.
This would be all of the
Holy Family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
John
what's
Paul.
Yeah, they're all out there on the field.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we'll talk more about what's been going on and maybe make some suggestions of what they need to do to get make adjustments. That's where all the magic happens.
Well, and Silver Creek has done a really good job of that the last couple of weeks. So
They sure
we'll see
have.
what they do this week.
We'll see what kind of tricks Coach Papp has up his sleeve in the locker room right now. Stand by. We'll be back right after this on Glycod.com.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And you got cut rate car insurance? Paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
As an industry leader that specializes in commercial and industrial maintenance, Hussong Mechanical Contractors provides dependable, peace-of-mind service. Countless companies and organizations have relied on family-owned HMC for precise solutions on design, service, automation, energy, and plumbing. Their expertise can oversee your project from start to finish. To find out how Hussong can help your business, visit Hussong.com. The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here at halftime. Pee Wee League scrimmage out on the field during halftime. Future Pioneers. And, Jim, we just caught wind of a potential wrinkle in our broadcast tonight. The lights are not on.
Right.
And they're having trouble getting them on, and that could be a problem.
Well, in about 15 minutes, it's going to be a real problem because the sun's going down.
Yeah, can you play in the dark?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know what the rules are on that.
I think you come back when the lights are on.
Do you have a flashlight? How many cell phones can we hold up to light up the field? Let's talk about some adjustments. Halftime is the time when, especially the last 2 weeks, Silver Creek has come up with some things. Coach Pappenhouse really been able to do some nice turnarounds in the second half. What's he working on right now?
Well, I think what I would work on is we got to stop making some mistakes. We got to stop making the penalties that we've made. Watch your block. When you see the back of a player's jersey, don't block them. And I know those are all penalties of commission rather than omission. So the players are playing hard, but they got to just play smarter, harder. If that makes sense?
Smarter, harder.
Yeah. So the other adjustments is keep doing what you're doing because Providence, their formations have not caused you any problems. They seem to be tremendously one-dimensional. I mean, they attempted one pass and it was intercepted.
Mm-hmm.
The adjustment I would make is just we need to be a little smarter in what we're doing.
Silver Creek is, we're talking about Coach Pappenhouse, and he's really a new head coach. A lot of these things are the first time he's getting to do them. How does that kind of create a little bit of, I mean, did you have uncertainty your first few games as a head coach?
Not that I would ever let anybody know. Because the head coach has got to be certain of everything he's doing because the players have to believe in everything that you're doing. So you are very, very confident in everything you're doing. Now, after practice or after a game, I might have gone home and said, why did I do that? What was I thinking of? And apparently I wasn't thinking. But in front of the players, in front of the other coaches, there's no uncertainty. This is what we're going to do. This is going to work. If we all do it together, this plan will work.
All right. Well, you have to be a coach and part motivational speaker then as well.
You got to be mostly a motivational speaker and a psychologist and a parent and a grandparent and a taxi cab driver. There's a lot of jobs that the head coach has.
I can't imagine. Well, we'll go ahead and take another break, and when we come back, let's talk about the Pioneers. They've got a bigger hill to climb to get back in this one. We'll see what happens when they come back. We'll take another quick break and be back with more GlideCon.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School football. Stand by. We'll be right back.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GlideCon.
Welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek, and good news, the lights are coming on. So we'll soldier on here in just a moment. Let's talk about some adjustments on the Providence side of the ball. They got to overcome a 2-touchdown deficit. How do you start?
Well, Providence has some problems because Silver Creek is not one-dimensional. They're good outside. They're running the ball well inside, and Dylan Meyer is passing the ball well. So Providence has got to figure out, let's stop one of these three things. Maybe we're not good enough to stop everything, but we need to stop one thing. Let's make Silver Creek play left-handed. Let's make them pass the ball. Let's make them run just the inside. Let's do something to just, I used to call it make them play left-handed. Make them do something they don't necessarily want to do. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Providence has the speed to contain Silver Creek's outside running game. So I'm going to say we're going to pile up the outside. We're going to really protect our flanks, and if they're going to beat us, they're going to beat us inside running game.
Okay. And I remember now when I played football, we ran more of an old school defense called the 5-2. You know the different defenses. Yes. How do the defensive ends come into play on that? Do they really need to get upfield and turn things back? What do they do differently here in this setup?
Well, what they need to do is kind of old school was get upfield and contain everything. And what you want them to do now is to play soft. We used to call it feathering. Just make the play go all the way into the sideline. Hold the edge is what we'd say. Hold the edge. You're the edge. You're the end of the defense, the EOL, end of the line. So your job is to feather that play all the way into the sideline until your buddies from the secondary or the linebackers can come up and make the play. If you come upfield and try to contain the play, you're automatically creating a gap. You're creating a seam that they can run through.
So you don't want to do that?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll see what they do. Coach Dennison's been doing this for quite a while, and assistant coach under Coach Sartini before that. And speaking of Coach Sartini, passed away a few weeks back at the beginning of the season as practice was getting underway for the 2019 campaign. He left this world, but he certainly left a legacy behind. His name is on the field. It's Murphy Stadium, but it's Sartini Field. Head coach here for, 40 years?
Long time.
So you coached against him?
I almost coached with him. I did. I almost coached with him. He tried to hire me right out of college. I visited with him when he was head coach at Shawnee. A lot of people don't know he was the head football coach
for one season,
Shawnee.
I believe.
Yeah, and we visited, and then he asked me to come to Providence and look at what they were doing. I had already signed a contract with the Jefferson County schools at that time. I was going to PRP to be an assistant coach, and I didn't feel like I wanted to start my career by breaking a contract. So I had to turn Coach Sartini down. So we go back a long way. Ex-U of L players played. Yeah. We didn't play together, obviously, but we did always have that connection at U of L.
Well, when you're an alumni, it does make a difference.
Yeah.
And he played with the great one, Johnny Unitas.
He did. He played with Johnny Unitas.
That's crazy.
He actually played with a fella that was the head coach at PRP a long time ago, Bob Williams. Bob came out of retirement to help when I was an assistant coach at PRP. So, yeah, there's quite a connection there.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and take another quick break, just a brief one. We'll be right back as the teams are going to start coming out now to do their second half warm-ups. Hopefully we'll see them emerge in just a moment. Stand by. More football coverage and a seemingly extra long halftime tonight here at Providence High School. Silver Creek 13, Providence nothing. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us.
You're born with the brain power to make smart choices and the opposable thumbs to click on them. You shop carefully for a lot of things, but what about your bank? Better borrowing rates? Yes, please. Lower fees? Duh. More money for you, less for the bank. Access to a cooperative network of convenient locations and a place where they go the extra mile for you. It's your money. Start right here. Centra Credit Union. Centra.org.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here at Providence High School as the Dragons take on the Pioneers. Silver Creek makes the journey. They stay in the county, but come down US 31 and here into the Pioneers' abode. Providence always tough at home, and it's hard to come in here and get a win. Silver Creek had a couple of breaks in the first half and have taken advantage of them.
And they did get a couple breaks. And Providence had a couple breaks, too, where Silver Creek had some penalties that hurt them, stopped drives. They were moving the ball well down the field, had 3 penalties in one series. Again, they overcome 2 penalties. You can't overcome the third one. Providence had the same problem. They had some penalties. They overcame a couple of them and couldn't overcome the third one. The two fumbles and an interception have really hurt Providence.
Sure have. Turnovers tell the tale of this game, and the Silver Creek has been opportunistic and turned some into points, and that's where you get the 13-0 lead. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek, they put some more time up on the clock, so this is a 23-minute halftime. We could have done the Super Bowl show with the amount of time they gave us this week.
The game was going along very nicely.
Where are the Rolling Stones at when you need them?
Janet Jackson, where are you at? Come on.
No, we want that.
But the game was going along so nice, and the flow was so good, and then you put a 23-minute halftime on.
Yeah, the way they were moving this game along, they could do the entire first half in that half. We'd be done by now. But
here's a story for you. Years ago, we were at Jeff playing, and Jeff was celebrating the first time they had beaten New Albany. This was their big celebration.
Yeah.
New Albany had won, I think,
like 40
some games in a row. And whatever year it was, they were celebrating that team. And Ralph Scales was the athletic director at Jeff, great guy. And he said, Kaz, we're going to have a little bit longer halftime. We're going to run a 20-minute half. So, I want to let you know ahead of time. Okay, no problem, Ralph. We can deal with that. So we're in the locker room, and then Jeff, by the way, the locker room then was underneath the stadium, and it was those little boxes that are underneath the stadium.
Yeah.
And it was a hot night, and it was nasty in there, and 20 minutes went by, and I peeked out, and there was still 20 minutes on the clock. I said, well, what's going on? Ralph, what's going on? It's running a little longer than we expected. Just give us 5 more minutes. Okay, so 5 minutes go by, I look out there, it's still 20 minutes on the clock. They had a 40-minute half to introduce all the players, the managers, the bus drivers, the teachers,
and their kids,
the fans that were in the stands. Everybody was. Said Ralph, that was a little longer than we had anticipated.
Well, the halftime appears to be over here. I don't know what it is tonight, but it's now done. Teams heading to the sidelines, and we're going to get the kickoff to get the second half underway. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek with you here at Providence High School, hosting Silver Creek tonight. Silver Creek 13, Providence nothing. Second half about to get underway. A big welcome to all those listening to us. Tune in on the Big X tonight, radio partner. We appreciate you guys and joining us. A lot of great games in the area tonight. Obviously, New Albany, Jeffersonville, a big game. One of the biggest in the state, longest rivalry in the state. And I'm sure they got a good one going on there at Jeff tonight. Here at Providence, we got a pretty good one too. Silver Creek, a program on the ascent in southern Indiana. They came out of nowhere about 10 years ago, and they reformulated a football program that had been gone for a generation and a half.
Yes.
And look at them now.
They really have, and they did it the right way. They started with youth league teams. They started with a middle school team. They went up to the freshman team, a junior varsity team, played a partial varsity schedule, and then once they had seniors that had been through all that, they moved into a varsity schedule. So they did it the right way.
And now they have been become a winning program and creating some rivalries. Obviously, Charlestown, a big rivalry, but this game, I think, becoming a good rivalry as well. Providence to kick off. Here's the kick. It's up deep. Going to be taken at the...
Messer.
Is that Messer?
Messer.
Yeah. Oh,
there
my
he
gosh.
goes.
He's in a hurry. He's got the sidelines. Maybe they're not going to catch him. He's going to get a touchdown.
No, he's not. We got 2 flags on the play, and there we just talked about that. You got to eliminate. You got to play smarter, harder, and they're not. That was not a smart right there. That just cost them big time.
Messer took it
to the house,
almost 87 yards for a touchdown, and this one's going to come back. Flags on the ground at the 39-yard line, and that's where we'll hear from the officiating crew to tell us who did what and why.
That's going to be a 71-yard penalty.
Ouch.
Now it'll show up as a 10-yard penalty.
Well, yeah.
But it's actually a 71-yard penalty.
And minus 6 points, too.
Yeah, right.
So we're going to spot the ball as he keeps walking backwards, still going. And it looks like he's decided he's going to put it down at the 29. Sometimes I think they just use chicken bones and tea leaves
and figure out
where they put it down at. 1st and 10, ball will be spotted at the 29-yard line. Silver Creek gets the first touch in the second half. They won the opening coin toss, deferred. They wanted the ball first in this situation, and they've got it. And now they're going to have to get the touchdown the hard way.
Well, isn't Ethan Messer lightning in a bottle? That young man has some speed, quickness. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah, and we've got a great crew here. Will Harper, our camera guy, doing a great job. He's a Providence student and been with us now for 2nd year. Timeout taken by Silver Creek, so we'll take a quick timeout as well. Stand by. We'll be right back right after this. You're watching Glycod.com.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And let's get the action back underway here. Timeout is over. Silver Creek 1st and 10. Ball at the 29-yard line. And here's the snap. Myers calls his own number, goes straight ahead. He'll pick up about 4, maybe 5. We'll see what they put it down at, but positive yards for the quarterback. They give him 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Ball at the 34-yard line. Lights still heating up, warming up. Hopefully it'll brighten up just a bit. Doesn't look too bad on our screen there. Great crew here tonight. Ashton Beck on my right. She's handling all the scoreboard operations. She's doing a fine job as well. 2nd down and 5. Man goes in motion. Kind of a skip and a slide. And Dylan Meyer gets wrestled down in the backfield. Bishop Edwards, quarterback on quarterback. He wins that battle.
Well, I don't know if that's an indication of what Providence is going to do the rest of the half, but they really went down into about a 6-man line there.
Edwards stunts through, loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek. Dragons lead the Pioneers 13-0. Silver Creek takes advantage of turnovers and gets the points. 3rd and 6, Myers back in the shotgun. Low snap, goes down and gets it. Gets the throw away. Completion to Easton Messer. Beats a tackle. And finally brought down at the 42, make it the 41. Now they're spotted at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll move the chains in a big way. Nice run by Easton Messer, brought down by Chase Aldridge.
And a nice pass by Dylan Meyer again under some pressure and stepping up nicely into the pocket and delivering that pass.
Yeah, when your pistol snap is still low, then you need to have a conversation with your center. Get it up.
Yeah.
This time, no problem there. He's going to go under center. Heath Knight, the single setback. And the handoff is to Knight.
I don't know if
that play, not really much there.
Yeah, you're either shotgun or you're under center. It's very difficult for the quarterback to transition, and it's difficult for the center also.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many reps you get in practice under center.
David Wall the stop that time for the Pioneers. 2nd down and 9. Silver Creek with the ball. Again, welcome to our friends listening on the Big X WXVW. 2nd and 9. Meyer under center. Knight the setback. Myers keeps it himself, pitches out. Oh, that was risky.
Yeah.
Easton Messer in trouble, and that'll be a big loss.
Man, that's not a good play. I'm sure Coach Pappenhouse is going to put that one back in his back pocket for a while. They were trying to run a true triple option there.
Andrew Henderson came up from his safety position to make that tackle in the backfield. You don't see that very often.
Do what you do well, Coach. Do what you do well. Get back in that shotgun and let Meyer operate out of the shotgun.
3rd and 17. Back in the shotgun is Myers. Heath Knight, the single setback. He'll come in for protection. Myers rolls to his right, puts it downfield, and it's incomplete. Ball was tipped by Henderson, but pass was really not on target. It'll bring up a long 4th down and a punting situation. Providence dodges a bullet.
Yes.
Couple of them that time.
Couple bullets, yes. And, Mike, I don't know about you, but does it look dark out on the flanks? Not all the lights are on?
It does seem that way. It doesn't show so much on our cameras. They adjusted the light better than our eyes do. You know, we're not the young pups we used to be,
no.
Jim. 4th and 17. McIntyre into punt. 2 men deep. Tumbling in over end kick. Oh, and a huge bounce for Silver Creek. They're going to get a great spot inside the 5.
Don't get too greedy now. Don't let that ball take that bad roll.
You never know what'll happen. And that's about the worst spot you can get for Providence.
Yep.
Ball will be down at the 2-yard line. 1st and 10. Providence, a long field in front of them. They trail 13-0. Silver Creek has the advantage. 8.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Good ball game, but not much flow to it since we took that halftime break. Everything's just been kind of starting, stopping.
Yeah, right.
Let's see what happens here. 1st and 10. Flake and Edwards in the backfield. They both get down to receive the snap. This time it goes to Edwards. He comes straight ahead, runs into a pile. There's about 20 guys in that huddle.
Yeah, that's you figure out who made that tackle?
I'm not even going to try. There were only 2 players not involved, the Providence wide receiver Carson Heidman and the defender for Silver Creek, Drake Spears. Everybody else was in a scrum.
Yep.
Picked up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9, spotted at the 3. How he got a yard out of that, I will never guess.
Well, Providence, don't do anything really tricky or strange now. You just want to get out from underneath your goalpost.
2nd down and 9. Edwards back there. This time the snap directly to Flake. Gets a little bit of a seam. Maybe out to the 5-yard line. They're getting a little breathing room.
They're marking it on the 5.
They'll put it down. That'll be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Pioneers.
That was interesting. They used Bishop Edwards as the lead blocker. Very seldom do you have your quarterback as the lead blocker on the isolation play.
Well, he's also their linebacker. So
yeah, that's right. I guess it doesn't make any difference.
He's a heck of an athlete. He can do it all. Jack of all trades. 3 setbacks. Edwards and Flake standing up. Snap this time to Flake, and this is not good.
Oh, boy, he just barely got out of the end zone.
Tried to do a little bit around the end, and there was no end. Lost a couple. It's going to be 4th and 10. Ball back the original line of scrimmage, and Providence has succeeded in burning up a couple of minutes, but got nothing to show for it. 13-0 Silver Creek.
And Easton Messer is deep. I would do what we used to call punt safe. Don't rush the punter. Just stay in front of the guy in front of you and don't let him get downfield.
Also back is Jonah Scott, number 11. Easton Messer, the man you don't want to kick it to.
Punt safe.
And that's where you kick it. Nice bounce.
Take it.
Scott's got it on a hop.
Uh-oh.
Nice dance move there. Moves like that will get him king of the prom.
Yeah. For dance. For dancing.
For dance, yes. Got it inside the 30. They'll spot him down at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 short field for Silver Creek. This is not a good scenario for your Pioneers. They're going to have to come up with a big stop. 1st and 10, ball at the 28-yard line.
See if Silver Creek now, Mike, goes back into that shotgun look rather than underneath center. They seem to be much more proficient out of that shotgun look.
We'll see how they set it up here. Dylan Myers really been doing a lot tonight. And he's going to do it all. The only one in the backfield. Everybody's split out. They look like they want to pass. Knight in motion. Myers just runs straight ahead off the block of Knight, back to the left. And he breaks a tackle, dances around another.
Oh, my.
And he's in the end zone. Great running by Dylan Myers. What a show he's putting on here. Last one was Jackson Murphy, who had a chance.
Do we have is there a flag?
I don't see a flag on the play.
Okay. And the reason I asked that is because I think Silver Creek got away with some illegal procedure where they had two people moving. One of them was not set long enough.
McIntyre to kick the extra point. They're all set. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick looks good as well. And it's through. 20.
McIntyre getting quite a leg.
Yeah, he sure did. They would have made that one from 30 yards out. 20-0 to score. Silver Creek extends their lead over Providence. Pioneers playing a good game, but just unable to generate offense here in the second half so far.
Putting themselves in some holes.
That's for sure. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek with you. GlideCon.com coverage. Again, welcome to all of those listening to us on the Big X, WXVW Radio. It's your sports home on the air here in Kentuckiana.
So Providence now they have something in their offensive game plan that they can make up 20 points. And I'm not sure it's going to be the unbalanced line running the ball the way they're running it. They have to have something else in their offense now to make
stretch the offense.
Yes.
Try to keep Silver Creek honest, and they really haven't been able to do that so far. McIntyre to kick off. Deep is Gettelfinger and Edwards. But none of the kicks have gotten even close to that deep. Now we get one.
Yeah.
Into the hands of Gettelfinger. Takes it at the 15-yard line, out across the 20, 25, down to the 27, where he's brought down. It'll be 1st and 10 Providence ball. You know, basically the same result as the pooch kicks they've been doing. They put it in the hands of Gettelfinger.
Yeah.
He brought it out, but good coverage by the Dragons. A little over 5.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Silver Creek 20, Providence nothing.
Well, I think this series we'll see if Providence has got something else that they can start running offensively.
Unbalanced to the right. Flake and Edwards in the backfield. High snap. And Edwards just nowhere to go. And great penetration.
Yep.
Heath Knight comes in.
And Drake Spears.
Yep. And boy, they speared him.
Yeah,
not in a bad way. But He lost about 3 on the play. 2nd and 13. Ball back at the 24-yard line. Clock continues to run. Closing in on 5 minutes to go, third quarter. 20-0, Silver Creek. Pushed it out to a 13-0 lead at halftime. They've scored once since then. Edwards sends a man in motion. It's Gettlefinger. Bad exchange, loose ball. And we'll see who fell on it. Edwards not happy.
Providence fell on it.
They get the ball.
Did they? Who's he signaling?
I haven't seen a signal yet.
I haven't either. Providence ball.
Okay, finally we see it.
Well, that's twice now.
And the referee is shorter than the players. It's hard to see the motions.
Yeah.
They're going to lose a couple more. Ball back to the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 15.
Yeah, so far this has not been a good series for Providence. And it's not what they needed.
Typical offense, you might see a pass at this situation. Providence not known for their aerial game. Unbalanced right. Direct snap to Flake. Looking for a block. Doesn't get much help. And he's going to be brought down after a short gain. Number of Dragons in on that play. Peyton DeLucio. Easton Messer comes flying up.
Yep.
Punt team comes out for Providence.
Yeah, Jonas Scott made a nice play by turning that play around.
Brought him inside.
Yeah.
4th down.
All right. Dangerous guy back here again.
4th and 13. Into the game to kick is Nathan Strybey. Messer and Scott back deep for the Dragons to return. Silver Creek doesn't look like they're going to put on a major rush here.
I wouldn't.
Well, they do get after it. And he just gets it away. Not a great kick. Decent bounce. He'll get about 7 or 8 yards extra on a bounce, and a late flag comes in.
Yeah, number 11. Number 11 made that was very unsportsmanlike, and he's going to suffer for that one.
15-yard penalty, I believe.
Yeah.
Edwards
Jonas
better
Scott,
get his helmet on, too.
Well, Jonas Scott is
and we've got a Silver Creek player injured on the play. Looks like he's suffering some cramps. That's not unusual in the warm weather games. While they attend to him, we'll take a quick break, and we'll wait for the signal. Nope, they're going to get him off the field.
Well, the signal is going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Eric Worth, the injured Dragon, shaken up just a bit. Eric Worth goes off the field under his own power. Cramps penalty against Jonas Scott, I believe.
Yes, number 11, Jonas Scott made a
huge blunder.
Very, very poor decision on his part. He got bumped a little bit by a Providence player. A little Providence player gave him a little push, and he turned around and did something that he's going to probably regret when the coach looks at the film and sees it.
There's always that dreaded film to really make you pay. Again, welcome to all our friends listening on the Big X WXVW. Glad to have you with us tonight. Silver Creek and Providence in a game the score doesn't indicate it's not that close. 20-0. Providence really kind of hurt themselves with some turnovers, and that's put them in a hole. Played a good game, but Silver Creek wearing them down. 1st and 10. Silver Creek has the ball. 32-yard line. Dylan Myers, the quarterback, sets a man in motion. Snap. Myers going to look downfield, puts it in the air, and it's knocked down.
Oh, nice defensive play.
Jeremy Gettlefinger.
Yeah, very good. He's a good defensive player.
Went out there and full extension, knocked that pass down.
And he was covering the back out of the backfield, did a great job.
Well, you put a back on a back. That's about the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. Ball back to the 32-yard line. Silver Creek in the no-huddle offense. Not really in a hurry, but they just don't huddle up here. Providence trails 20-0. Silver Creek really kind of demonstrating why Dylan Myers is coming into his own as a quarterback. Puts a man in motion. Low snap. He'll pull it up. Going to run the offense. He turns upfield.
Oh, nice tackle.
And Alec Fougeroux brings him down. Saves a big gain.
Yep. Yeah, he got by Alex. That was going to be a big play. Oh, he's injured.
Fougeroux injured on the play. He stays on the ground. Now he's starting to get up. Think he's dinged up, and that's one thing Providence can ill afford is injury. think he's got a cramp, and that's the way they're attending to him. They're going to look at him real quick. While they take a timeout for him, we'll take one as well. Sorry about that. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Glycod.com coverage of Kentuckiana high school football, back in 30 seconds.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Jim Kazmarek, Mike Beck, glad to be with you here. The quick timeout for Alec Fougeroux, injured on that play. Hopefully just a cramp. Made a great stop on Dylan Myers. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard while we've got a moment here.
Okay, here we go. Floyd Central is playing Vincennes Lincoln High School at Floyd Central, and Floyd Central is up 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Charlestown is now taking the lead, 27-14
over
against Clarksville, certainly. And Jeff is ahead of New Albany, 7-0 at halftime.
All right, that's your scoreboard update brought to you by the Clark County Youth Coalition, the state's eyes and ears here in Southern Indiana. We appreciate their support. Let's get back to the action here. 3rd and 7 after that stop. Myers in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. Quick pass out to the flat. Has a completion, but not a first down, and a great stop defensively. And I believe that's Gettelfinger again out there.
No, I think Gettelfinger's on the sideline.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he was the one who was no, that was Fougeroux. I'm sorry. It was Gettelfinger.
Okay.
No, Gettelfinger doesn't come off the field very much.
No, he's out there. He does clean up afterwards. I'd say he mows the lawn, but it's artificial turf.
It's artificial turf. Well, and Providence needed that stop. That is a big series for Providence's defense right there.
4th and 4, the punt team in. High snap, and they come after him, but McIntyre gets it away. Fair catch called for by Edwards, and he'll down it at the 37-yard line. Providence takes over at 1st and 10. So here we are, Silver Creek 20, Providence nothing. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek bringing you the action tonight here at Providence. Pioneers really bitten by the fumble bug.
We got a flag.
And a flag.
I don't
Didn't
know.
see that.
I have no idea what that is. Did not see it.
Yeah, we were watching the punt all the way, and that was over on the far sideline. I'm not sure what's going on. Coach Dennison out beyond the 40-yard line, trying to get some information from the officiating crew.
Illegal procedure against them
declined. So they don't want to repunt. They'll take the ball where they got it at the 37, 1st and 10. The Providence will start a march, hopefully, toward the end zone. They'd love to get a score here. If they can get a score in this third quarter, the game's not over.
They're back in the game.
Yep.
But they have to do more than they've done right now.
All right, 1st and 10. Edwards and Flake, they line up very similarly in the backfield. Both look like they could take the snap. Both are prepared to. Most of the time it goes to Edwards. High snap, man in motion is Gettelfinger. Takes the ball, gets around one, and we're very close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it. It's either going to be a first down or a third and very short. They'll put him back at the 46-yard line. 3rd and 1, nice. Or 2nd and 1, sorry. Nice 9-yard pickup for Gettelfinger.
Very nice.
Providence has got some weapons. They've just feel like they've been out of sync all night.
Yeah, right.
That snap was almost a fumble in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. High snap again.
High snap.
Flake grabs it, pulls it down. Quick hit to the line. And across midfield down to the 45 of Silver Creek. Providence on the move.
That unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Silver Creek seems to have lit a fire under Providence right now. They've shown more spirit right now than we've seen in the entire first half.
Nice movement on the offensive line for Providence that play. Gave Flake a little bit of wiggle room.
Yes.
He took it all. Unbalanced right. Terrible snap. And Flake in big trouble and thrown to the ground. Peyton DeLucio put him down with mustard.
Yeah.
slammed to the ground. Flake, they got to be unhappy. The center is really giving him fits right now.
Yeah, he's struggling. But that's not an easy. That shotgun snap is not as easy as you would think. So, I mean, as an ex-center, I'm going to give the center a chance to redeem himself right here.
2nd and 17.
There you go.
Snap is perfect this time.
Counterplay.
Flake looks for a seam. Picks up 2, back to midfield. It'll be 3rd and 15. And Providence is just not built to pick up long yardage.
No.
Under 40 seconds to play here. Can they get a play off before the end of the third quarter? That's the question.
No, they should.
20-0 Silver Creek over Providence.
You know, I like Gettelfinger carrying the ball off tackle. He's had two nice runs.
Couple of big hitters on him. See what they do. 3rd and 15. Ball just across midfield. And they think like you think. Hand it to Gettelfinger. Tries the left side. Spins out of 1.
He is not going down easily.
They'll get back inside the 45-yard line to the 44, and it'll bring up 4th and 9. Are you in 4-down territory yet?
Why is he stopping the clock? Why would the referee stop the clock?
I don't know, but the whistle blew and the horn blew, and I guess we're in the fourth quarter. It's a little confusion here tonight. At the end of 3, Silver Creek 20, Providence nothing. We'll be back right after this on Glycod.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here. Fourth quarter just getting underway. Quick snap. Bishop Edwards goes to the right side, 4th and 9. He's going to fight for yards, but come up short.
Going to come up short.
He needed 9. He got about 7. Turnover on downs. Silver Creek takes over at the 39-yard line. And that's a tough spot for Providence.
You know, they unbalanced. We would almost call that an elephant formation. They've unbalanced the line like a double unbalanced.
Yeah.
And you know they're going to run the ball there. Still, Gettelfinger seems to be the hot runner right now for them.
1st and 10. Silver Creek takes over on downs. Ball at the 39-yard line, and they'll come up to the line. Taking their time right now. Clock's not running, so they'll hustle up a little bit.
The 30-second clock is running now.
You're down to 4. Man in motion, and they get him the ball.
Messer.
Easton Messer, and a flag.
We got a flag. We got holding.
Another penalty against Silver Creek.
Yeah, holding on Silver Creek.
Stops the clock. We'll see where they spot this and how they mark it off. I think they're going to march this one back about 10 plus. The flag is down right about the 39-yard line. If it's 10 yards from the spot.
That's going to be 1st and 20.
Yeah.
Well, Silver Creek has done enough to keep Providence in this game, haven't they?
They sure have. They've toyed with them. 1st and 20, ball back to the 29-yard line. Silver Creek gets the down back, but they lose 10 yards in the play. Providence trails 20-0. Silver Creek moves players around, personnel. Single setback is Myers, man in motion. Heath Knight, they'll go toward that direction. Myers looks for an opening, and he's caught in the backfield, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Gettelfinger on the stop for Providence.
Boy, do we not call his name a lot, huh?
Yeah, I think we're now in the fourth quarter. We're going to start thinking about outstanding players of the game, and this is the time you get your name called a lot. You may end up with an award here. 2nd down and 19.
And I would be willing to bet you that Gettelfinger would give up every award he could to win this game tonight.
I'm sure he would. Well, now they say 2nd and 20. They put it back down on the 29-yard line.
Well,
it is the fourth quarter here. No matter what the scoreboard says here in the stadium, it is the fourth quarter. Myers under center. He'll pull it out, go straight ahead.
And
nothing there. Good stop by the Pioneers.
Coach Pappenhaus is bound and determined to make that work.
Well, you're up by 3 touchdowns. You're going to be stubborn.
It's never over till it's over, Mike. I never felt comfortable until that final,
Yeah.
There's so many strange things that can happen in a high school football game.
Big stop that time by Nathan Ross, nose tackle, and he filled a big gap that time, came up with a quarterback in his hands. 3rd and 19. Ball at the 30-yard line. Myers in the shotgun. He's going to drop straight back, looks to his left, going to put a pass downfield as a receiver. And did he hold on? Was it intercepted? It looks as Colin Flake has pulled it out of the air.
No, it's intercepted.
Interception. Is there a flag as well? Colin Flake playing a free safety. What's the flag, though? So there is a flag on the play.
Pass interference against Providence. So
Okay.
that will not be an automatic first down, or will it?
Well, that'll take away the interception.
It'll take away the interception, right.
Should be a 15-yard penalty.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 4, huh?
I believe that is correct, yes.
But it depends on how they mark it off.
Yeah.
Is this the long striding official or the short stride?
Well, I think he's supposed to go by the hash marks.
That is.
They'll put the ball down at the 45-yard line. It'll be
3rd and
3rd and 4. Big break for the Dragons.
Yes.
And heartbreaking for the Pioneers. Colin Flake in there at safety pulled it out of the air. 3rd and 4. Dylan Myers under center. Heath Knight at tailback. Now they set up the I formation. Fake or hand off to Jonah Scott. Scott does not get there. And it'll bring up a 4th down short of midfield. If I'm Providence, got to feel like I got a win there. 4th and 2. Silver Creek appears they may be going for it here.
Interesting. He's got a lot of confidence in his defense.
He sure does.
I don't think I'd go under center, though.
Hasn't worked so well for them tonight.
Not at all. I don't.
Big
it's
fourth.
like, he's going under center again.
Big 4th down play here for Silver Creek. Dylan Myers, the quarterback, under center. Single setback, Knight.
Providence jumped off sides.
Definite contact as the center went back and did end over end.
Well, that hurt. That hurt Providence.
1st and 10, ball at the 48-yard line, cross midfield, and to Pioneer territory, and a big change of the chains. But if you're going to cross, you might as well give somebody a lick, I guess.
Yeah, he did.
20-0 here. Silver Creek over Providence. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek bringing you the action. Man in motion. Messer takes the handoff, goes back to his left, beats one man, cuts inside, and comes down after about a 5-yard pickup. Nice run. Messer makes a miss.
And he stayed in bounds, which is very important now.
8.5 to go here in the ball game.
Pick up a 5 on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
Saying hello to all those listening in on the Big X WXVW as you bounce around different games in Southern Indiana tonight. A lot of good ones out there. Right here, Silver Creek 20, Providence nothing. Silver Creek second and 5. Myers under center. Ben Landers, the tailback, gets the ball straight ahead, maybe a yard, not much there. Providence, they'd love to get a stop here if they could.
Yep.
But they're running out of time. Under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. David Wall comes out for the Pioneers. Substitution. 3rd and 4. There's the pitch.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's trouble. Ben Landers.
Oh, boy.
And brought down at the last minute.
Yeah, we got a flag. We got another flag. Another flag.
And another good-looking play coming back.
Coming back.
There is a flag on the play.
That's coming back.
We'll see what the call is.
I'm sure it's blocking the back.
Something like that.
You know, as that just drives you crazy as a coach, Mike, because you coach them when you see the back of the player, don't do anything.
Stop.
It's that simple. Stop. You see his back, stop. You see his back numbers, stop.
Well, from the spot of the foul, they'll tack on 10 yards. They'll push it back. It's going to be 3rd and long now. And we'll see. They set it down at midfield, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 at the 50-yard line. Silver Creek, they haven't been phased by penalties much tonight.
I'm confused as to why they've gone under center, though.
Pitch out. Is that Messer?
Worked once. Do it again.
No, that was
flag.
Ben Landers again.
Yeah. Same play.
First down. He needed 12. He got about 14. Ball down to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 Silver Creek. And this drive may be the one that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, Providence, I think their lack of depth right now is a factor. They look tired.
1st and 10, Silver Creek pounding away. Heath Knight, the fullback, singles tailback, really. Myers under center, puts Landers in motion. Pitches to Landers, goes to his left. Tries to bounce it outside, and he's pushed out of bounds on a minimal gain. 2nd down. And 9. 2nd and 9. Colin Flake on the stop for the Pioneers.
Yeah, and he stopped the clock. That's the worst part about that play. You're running a play into the sweep play into the short side of the field. The guy's going to go out of bounds. You're going to stop the clock. You need to have the clock keep running. You got a whole field over here to the right.
These are like basic things, but it happens over and over again. And players aren't thinking. They're just reacting. Myers under center, 2nd and 9, man in motion. Landers again going to his left. Handoff is to Knight straight ahead. He'll pick up a couple more. Tripped up by Bishop Edwards and others. Down to the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Dragons. 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Silver Creek 20, Providence nothing. The Dragons defense pitching a shutout tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And after their work against Charlestown and Salem, they're making a statement. Myers under center, puts Landers in motion. Hands off to Knight, who goes off to the right side, and he'll pick up a first down. Clock stops with a move of chains. Ball down to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. Silver Creek taking their sweet time at this point.
Start the clock. There you go, guys.
They still haven't put it in the 4th quarter on the scoreboard, but it's 4th quarter on our scoreboard. Myers under center, 1st and 10. Puts Landers in motion, gives him the pitch, goes to the left side, and dives for a couple. Not much there.
But see, they ran back to the wide side of the field. We didn't have to worry about running out of bounds.
Yeah, that helps. It picks up maybe 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. 5.5 to go in the ball game. Fourth quarter, Dragons 20, Pioneers 0. Silver Creek over Providence. Pioneers come in 1-1 on the season.
Yeah, Pioneers need to come up with something really big in these next two plays.
Silver Creek 2-0. Looking for another 3-0 start. Dylan Myers puts a man in motion. It's Landers. Second man around. Back the other way is Messer.
He's going to go out of bounds.
And he'll go out of bounds.
You don't need yardage. You just need time.
And it's hard to coach that, I guess.
I would just be pulling my hair out right now.
It's like just when you see the edge, just fall down.
Or just plant your foot and cut back, and you're going to get tackled.
Yeah.
So
it's football.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Plant your foot, cut back inside. Do not go out of bounds or just fall down.
Well, in Messer's defense, maybe he smelled the first down marker because he came very close, 3rd and inches. Ball inside the 15. They need to get to the 14. New quarterback in the game. That was Bryson Gatlin who ran the quarterback position, number 12.
Well, maybe Bryson Gatlin is the quarterback to take the snap from center.
Well, they got it off, and a first down for Silver Creek inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Down at the 7-yard line.
What has happened to Dylan Meyer?
Dylan Myers apparently went to the sideline. He's not in the game. So Bryson Gatlin, the new quarterback for Silver Creek, puts Ben Landers in motion. And handoff straight ahead.
Down to the 1.
Very close to a touchdown was Heath Knight. Went straight ahead. Maybe they're just going to say we'll rest Dylan because he's carried a heavy load tonight.
Yeah.
2nd and goal. Looks to be the 3-yard line. Silver Creek. Bryson Gatlin, the new quarterback, in on this series. Under center, Knight, the tailback. Puts Landers in motion. Follows Landers, cuts back inside. And if anything, maybe have lost a yard or two.
Mm-hmm.
Play didn't develop the way they'd hoped. 3rd and goal. We'll call it 3rd and goal. A 3rd and goal at the 5-yard line. And Silver Creek
just milking the clock now. This game's pretty much in the bag now.
Just about 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Silver Creek 20, Providence nothing. I think this one has most likely been decided, but they got to play it out.
Yep.
Bryson Gatlin, the quarterback for Silver Creek here at the end. Under center, puts Landers in motion, goes straight ahead to Heath Knight.
Back down to the 1.
And he's going to be close, but no cigar, as they say. We'll see where they put it down. It'll be 4th and goal.
It's been a nice drive by Silver Creek as they've overcome a couple penalties.
They sure have.
They've pretty much eaten up 8 minutes.
4th and goal, ball at the 2-yard line. Gatlin puts Landers in motion, gives to Knight, and it's a touchdown. Heath Knight takes it in from 2 yards out.
Good for him.
And he'll get the score, 26-0. Silver Creek tacks on some style points here. 2:22 to go in the ball game.
Yeah.
They'll go for the extra point. McIntyre comes out. Ben Landers to hold. They line up. Snaps there, holds down, kick.
He's up, it's good.
Splits the uprights, 27-0.
Old McIntyre, he has improved a lot from when we saw him the first game of the season as a kicker and a punter. He's done a good job.
He's, you hope all parts of your game improve over the season. Kicking game, no different.
He's in the running for MVP.
He is.
He is in the running.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he is.
Well,
he's in the running.
Well, he's in the running. Okay. Well, you're the decider.
That's right. So we have lots of things to discuss.
You just have to let me know so I can type real fast. You're the decider. I'm the typer. That's how we do this. Just over 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 27-0 to score. Silver Creek over Providence, and this one kind of played out maybe as we expected to some degree. I think Providence has played a hardy game, but turnovers and some key penalties really hurt at opportune times.
Yeah. Providence offense is very predictable. It's imaginative because nobody's running a single wing anymore.
Right.
So Coach must have gone back into the archives to find film on how to run this offense. I don't know who you'd go to.
McIntyre to kick off deep for the Pioneers, Edwards and Gettelfinger. Whistle sounds, the approach. Decent kick. Going to be taken by Gettelfinger at the 15. Across the 30, 35, and finally brought down by a host of Dragons. It'll be 1st and 10, Providence ball. Nice return by Gettelfinger. He was hoping to break one. Wasn't in the cards tonight.
Nope, not tonight.
Providence will take over at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. A win probably out of reach at this point, but a touchdown would feel pretty good.
Touchdown would feel good, and maybe make it a little bit better tonight.
It's going to be a long night for Coach Dennison and the players. They'll have film early in the morning, I'm sure, or video, I guess. They don't do film anymore.
Not anymore. But, knowing Coach Dennison and his staff, I will be willing to bet you that's a long night in their coaching office tonight.
Direct snap to Flake. Goes to the right side, maybe a yard or two. Spotted at about the 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 2 minutes to go in the ball game.
So I would be willing to bet you that Coach Dennison and his staff are going to be evaluating everything tonight in their coaching office, and probably will be there all night long. So warm up the coffee pot. We're going to be here for a long time tonight.
All right, 2nd down and 8. Providence trying to find some spark here in the offense. Edwards and Flake, handoff to Gettelfinger. Started to the left. Went back to the center, crossed the 40 to the 41-yard line, and they'll bring 3rd down and 5. Under a minute and a half to go. About 80 seconds here, give or take. And we don't see anything that will stop the play. We may get 1-2 more plays at the most here. Providence, no hurry. Now's the time you just want to finish it out and get no one injured.
Right.
Nothing worse than an injury in the last play or two of the ball game. Edwards takes it himself. Out across the 45. Going to lean forward. Did he get enough for a 1st down?
Yes,
we'll see.
He did. He got 1st down.
They'll move the chains. 41.5 seconds to go. And the clock starts as the chains put down. This may be the play of the game, a last play of the game, I should say. 1st and 10, ball at the 46-yard line.
Yeah.
Pioneers going to come up.
Not sure I wouldn't just take a knee.
At this point.
Don't want anybody to get hurt. Take a knee.
Edwards and Flake, the setbacks. Edwards goes to his left, back up the middle. Midfield. No fumble, no flag.
End of the game.
No problem. That's going to do it. The final score here, Silver Creek 27, Providence nothing. The Dragons get the win. They move to 3-0. Providence falls to 1-2. We'll take a break. Be back with our post-game coverage right after this. You're watching Glidcon.com coverage of Kentuckiana high school football. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. If you have crime information to report, contact the Clark County Sheriff's Office tip line at 812-280-2276 or email tips@clarkcosheriff.com.
Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here, and our post-game coverage getting underway. Final score: Silver Creek 27, Providence nothing. We're here in the dark because the light's out in the press box, but we'll muddle through.
Scoreboard's off.
Scoreboard's off.
I'm surprised they haven't turned the field lights off.
I mean, they just vacated in a
Holy
hurry.
cow!
And all the statisticians, poof, gone.
Yeah.
So what do we know about this game? Let's just do a little recap here.
Well, we know that Silver Creek is a fine football team. They play a very, very stout defense. Their 3 defensive linemen and 3 linebackers are extremely well coached. They're outside, they're perimeter people, their defensive ends, their cornerbacks do a good job of containing. They are a well coached high school football team. Coach Pappenhouse and his staff have done a wonderful job. I wish we had them back on our schedule for another game. I would love to see them later on in the season.
Yeah.
Providence, on the other hand, has got a lot of work to do. They have I don't know where they can. Hey, let there be light. I don't know where they can go with this. I know Coach Dennison will have his kids ready to play again next week, but they just don't have much punch. They just don't have much going on for them. Their unbalanced line, once you figure out where to line up because they got so many unbalanced people, reading the offense is fairly simple.
All right, well, it's time to come up with our drive of the game. What would you say was the drive of the game tonight, Coach?
Well, I think it was very similar to last week when Seymour had at the end of the game, drove the same thing here. Silver Creek got the ball with about 8 minutes left and ended up taking the ball all the way down and scoring with, a minute left in the game. So a 7-minute drive eating up the clock. And they overcame a couple penalties, too.
They did.
So I would say that's the drive. To me, that's the drive of the game.
Tonight's drive of the game brought to you by the Jim Butner Auto Group, where they're striving to keep you driving. Stand by. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our outstanding players of the game and more. It's coming up next right after this on Glycod.
Doug and Maureen hope to travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voinier's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're up front with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
What if I told you that one group had relationships that ran the media gamut and could cross-promote your business accordingly? For a creative, solutions-driven approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here as our post-game coverage continues on Glycod. The final score, Silver Creek 27, Providence nothing. And time for our outstanding players of the game tonight. Brought to you by Allstate Insurance agent Packy Page. Who do we pick?
Well, for Providence, I think it was an easy pick because Gettelfinger had an outstanding game and really carried Providence's offense. What little offense they were producing, Jeremy Gettelfinger was the one producing it. So it was very easy to say he was their outstanding player. Dylan Meyer, on the other hand, for Providence. Although I was thinking of McIntyre, the kicker, because I was impressed. I've been impressed at how much he's improved. Even as the game went on, he was improving in his kicking. You just see how much more confidence the young man has. But Dylan Meyer really had a great game. Like I say, in the first, I wish we had some stats. We don't have any stats tonight, unfortunately. But I wish we had stats because in the first half, he was Silver Creek's offense. Up until the fourth quarter, and we don't know what happened, why he wasn't in the game at the end of the game. Dylan Meyer.
All right, Dylan Myers and Jeremy Gettelfinger, and it is Myers, not Meters, and that's a typo. Fat fingers as I try to do multiple things here. But tip of the hat to them. Our players of the game brought to you by Allstate Insurance agent Packy Page, a proud supporter of high school sports. Visit Packy for a quote in Jeff or Floyd's Knobs, or call 812-202-7271. We'll be back right after this as our post-game coverage continues right here on Glycod. Stay with us.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here, and just about ready to put a bow on this one and wrap things up here. Final thoughts on this game before we look ahead.
Well, my first thought is I wish I could see Silver Creek play again later on in the season, because I'd really love to see how much they're going to improve. They've improved so much in the first 3 weeks of the season. If they continue that improvement, they're going to be a real powerhouse in the sectional. They really are, and in the Mid-South Conference too. Got outstanding coaching staff. So yeah, they're doing a great job. So that's one thing I wish we could do. The other part is Providence got a lot of work to do. They just didn't look all together tonight. I don't know how else to put it. They were just nothing seemed to work well for them tonight. And a lot of that could be because of Silver Creek's defense.
Yeah, could be. So that kind of wraps this one up. Let's take a look ahead. Next week we're going to be on the road, and before we let's do that. Let's do that last. Let's look at some other scores.
Okay.
Because I forgot to do that.
Yeah, so other scores. And at halftime, Floyd Central was up 14-0 against Vincennes Lincoln High School.
Okay.
Well, the bubble may have burst at Clarksville because Charlestown is now up 43-14 at the end of the third quarter. So, although I'm sure they enjoyed while they were ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And at 1:30 left in the third quarter, Jeff's up 20-0 on New Albany.
Okay.
So that's the updates on the scores we have from local teams.
All right. Well, now we'll look ahead to next week as we bring this one to a close. We're going to go across the river. Our first Kentucky game of the year pits the South Oldham Dragons against the North Oldham Mustangs. And our coverage begins Friday, September 13th, 7 p.m. Coverage begins. This is a 7:30 kickoff, according to the records that I saw. So
okay.
We'll be looking ahead to the Dragons. South Oldham has been having good seasons as of late.
Mm-hmm.
North Oldham has been building. A few years ago, they had a great season. Then they went down, and they've been building back up every year. So right now, they're on a collision course. County rivals, and we'll see that next week, 7 o'clock.
And we were at North Oldham last year, if I'm not mistaken. We saw them play against a really good Franklin County team, I believe.
We sure did.
And they had a good team last year and got kind of steamrolled by a really, really good Franklin County team. So that'll be an interesting ball game. And you're right. And did we watch South Oldham last year? Did we get?
We did not have them last year. We had Oldham County and North but we didn't have South last year.
Well, look forward to seeing a new team then.
Oh yeah, they're a good team. So that we'll look forward to that one. Again, that's next week. The last thing we want to do here is look at this one and remind you the final score: Silver Creek 27, Providence nothing. For more in-depth coverage of Southern Indiana high school sports, you can visit glycod.com and join us next week at North Oldham High School. Tonight's executive producer was Steve Bird, Ashton Beck on the scoring, Will Harper on camera, Jim Kazmarek color. I, of course, am Mike Beck, chief flunky and person who can't spell Myers, apparently. But all that being said, you're listening to and watching glycod.com. We appreciate you being out there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Till then, God bless. Take care and have yourselves a great weekend. Good night, everyone.
This has been Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Football. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1950. Tonight's game was presented by Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. And it was also brought to you by the Clark County Youth Coalition. Get inspired, get the facts. Visit what'syoursideeffect.org. By Allstate agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. And by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll and Centra Credit Union.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.